Let's talk latest SEO trends. Hey everyone, Christine here from Portable Entrepreneur. Today I want to share with you 9 of the latest SEO trends that you need to be paying attention to. But before I do, I want to point out that all of the latest trends, no matter when these trends start, they all stem from a solid foundation of SEO. So if you are in the process of learning SEO, these are trends. These all stem off of that solid foundation of SEO that has been the same for many years. So if you really focus your time and energy on learning the fundamentals of SEO, you can never go wrong, and that's really where you should start. Then you need to, on top of that, be paying attention of the trends just so you can see as things start to move and where they go so that you can make sure to keep up. But they always go back to that solid foundation. So doing things like paying attention to the user experience and how people really engage on the website and making sure that what you're setting up is really going to benefit the person who's actually using it. Building things that are high quality, whether it's content or backlinks, all of these things stem from that solid foundation of SEO and the whole reason why we do this in the first place. And so when you get into these trends, it's only going to make that even better. All right, so we're going to go jump into what these 9 trends are, what you need to be paying attention to, and where you're going to be seeing these changes. The first SEO trend that you want to pay attention to is voice search. This is a technology that is constantly improving, and it's only going to get more and more popular. We have Alexa and Siri and Google Assistant all helping searchers find the information they need just using their voice. So when you go to do keyword research, not only do you want to be thinking about just people searching for specific queries when they go type them into Google, but think about how would that keyword look differently if they were searching using their voice. It's been found that people, when they do voice search, tend to ask more direct questions like how and why versus just typing in a few words they believe will bring up their query in Google. The second SEO trend is long form content. This is one that, while it's time consuming to do, it is one of my favorite because this helps you in so many aspects of SEO. It has been found that long form content helps you to get higher rankings, and it creates more engagement as more long form content tends to get shared more often. So while it does take more time to create this content, you can also create less content and less often because the content is better and still achieve higher rankings, more shares, and more backlinks. One great tool to use to help you in this is SEMrush's SEO content template tool. It allows you to simply type in your keyword, and it will generate a list of who else is ranking for that keyword, along with specific information on what is included within their content. You'll find out what words are most often included, what links exist, the number of words that they actually use on the page. So you will know at a minimum, based on that data, what has to be included within your content. The third SEO trend is to use video. First, you want to make sure that you're ranking individual videos, and you're also including videos within your content. It's often easier to rank videos than it is actual web pages, depending on the keyword. But also including a video within your content is also going to help increase the amount of time that visitors spend on your page, and that metric helps your SEO. The fourth SEO trend is zero-click searches. And if you're wondering what this is when a searcher puts in their question or query into Google and they receive an answer directly in the SERPs without actually having to click in. Sometimes they receive the answer right there at the top. Other times this information is displayed in local listings, featured snippets, ads. People also ask boxes. So this is why you want to think about how you can really dominate search results and you can appear in other places, not just organically. SEO trend number 5 is to focus on analytics. This is something that you should have already been doing, but you must be doing this moving forward. This tells you what you need to know, and most importantly, you can receive this information directly from Google. They will tell you what is working and what is not. 2 of Google's free tools, both Google Analytics and Google Search Console, which I have shared here a full in-depth tutorial on exactly how to use that on a regular basis and benefit from it, will give you information about page load time, time on site, number of pages visited, but also other information about how many impressions your web pages get, what the conversion rate is, and a lot of data that Google tells you so they can let you know what they like and what they don't. SEO trend number 6 has everything to do with site engagement. We think about our visitors coming into the site, what they're seeing, what they're going to be doing next on the site. We're thinking about ranking our web pages in Google, but it's common to put site engagement to the side. But these metrics are becoming more and more important to Google, so we must pay attention to this trend because paying attention to this is only going to improve our SEO. So the way we can pay attention to our site engagement includes how many social shares are we getting? If we have a click to call button, how many people are clicking? Same with the video, how many people are clicking to watch? Do we get a lot of comments on our posts? How many people return to the site after coming to the site for a first time? Do they find value in that? How long are they spending on each page? How long do they spend on the site? What's the bounce rate look like? All of these metrics really tell Google how engaged the visitors are with the site, and the more they're engaged, the better quality site you must have. SEO trend number 7 is specifically for local businesses and working to be an authority in that area. And some of the ways that you can work on doing this is by setting up your Google My Business account. But you really want to work on generating local brand mentions and recommendations outside of just Google My Business once you have that set up. Google is looking for how many people actually enjoy that business when they go to it. Are they seeing reviews not only on Google, but are they seeing them on Facebook and Yelp or TripAdvisor or whatever relevant review sites? They also look for mentions on social media within articles and videos and other sources. SEO trend number 8 has to do with the BERT algorithm update from Google, which stands for Bidirectional Encoder Representations from Transformers. That's exactly why it's referred to as the BERT update. And essentially, this looks at the intent of the search query so that Google can better match that query with the right result for that user. So this is even more of a reason why you want to be focusing on producing great authoritative content that follows what is being referred to as the EAT principle. E for expertise, meaning that the content is written by an expert and someone who really understands the topic. A for authority, that the site that is writing about this particular topic is actually a knowledgeable, authoritative site about that topic. If you write about SEO normally, and now all of a sudden you're writing about growing orange trees, well, that's not really authority. And lastly, T for trustworthiness. And this has to do with backlinks. How many authoritative, high quality links are pointed to this site? So these are just some of the ways that you can work to build a more authoritative site, produce better content. And this is going to tell Google that you have the right content to match with the searchers. SEO trend number 9 is about search intent keywords. Google is constantly getting better at understanding the intent behind the keywords. And so when you are creating your keyword list, you want to match the keyword with the intent. And this is going to help you when you create the content. So you create the right type of content based on that. So 4 of the types of keywords you can create are 1, informational, 2, commercial, 3, transactional, and 4, navigational. So think about the type of keywords that you are working to rank for and what the person's intent would be behind that to make sure that the content you create matches that intent. So make sure to keep an eye out for how these specific trends are going to impact the sites that you are working on. Now, I've mentioned some free tools that you can benefit from here, and as you work on some of these trends, you can check the description for links to those tools below, as well as some of my recommended SEO tools as well. All right, thanks so much for joining. Make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel for more videos, and I'll catch you next time.